departing from Molokai 11:39, 16 minutes ahead of schedule. This is Mokulele Airlines Flight 744 from Molokai to Maui. Today is Saturday, July 14th, 2018. Pulling on to runway 5. So we'll be taking off to the east-northeast. Off the ground, 11:42. That's 6 passengers aboard on this 9-seat Cessna Grand Caravan aircraft. Turn to head to the north shore of Molokai. Get a view of some of the sea cliffs here. Molokai has some of the highest sea cliffs in the world. That's spectacular. Then we'll be coming over the Kalaupapa Peninsula, where I was yesterday. The former isolation colony for patients with Hansen's disease, also known as leprosy, that operated until 1959 or 69 and is now a National Historical Park. north central coast. I think these are just the small sea cliffs. The really high ones are out on the east side of the island where we're headed. We're now coming upon the Kalaupapa Peninsula. No road access. There is a hiking slash mule trail that comes down from the top of one of these cliffs at 1,700 feet. So I did that 2.6 mile hike down yesterday morning to have the tour of Kalaupapa National Historical Park, and then of course had to do the same hike back uphill yesterday afternoon. Coming now upon the village of Kalaupapa and Kalawao County, the smallest county in the United States, both by land area and by population. Population 88 in the most recent census update. 7 former Hansen's disease patients, and then about 80 National Park Service and Hawaii State Department of Health workers. That's the volcanic crater of the Kalaupapa Peninsula. And we just flew over the Kalaupapa Airport. And then out on the east side of the peninsula is the old abandoned settlement of Kalawao. And so I was standing on those small cliffs over there yesterday at lunch. And then coming up we have a few very neat looking offshore islets. And then we'll be getting into some of the really high sea cliffs, so high that we probably won't be able to see the tops of them as they're obscured in clouds. I believe some of these cliffs are more than 2,000 feet high. Pretty amazing scenery. Cannot see the tops of any of these cliffs here with the clouds hanging on to the side. And what a phenomenal coastline on the north shore of Molokai east side. Coming down there. we've got the eastern end of the island almost totally shrouded in clouds. But we should get a look at Kalawao Bay, where I was several days ago, on the eastern point of the island. Pilots seem to be doing a nice job of giving us a scenic flight here, in addition to transportation. There's Kalawao Bay, which kind of has like two cul-de-sacs. You can see the one-lane road twisting down the cliff into Kalawao Bay there in the Kalawao Valley. And now we start the crossing to Maui, which is already in sight across the channel. Now gone over the easternmost point of Molokai. It was a nice week on Molokai. Enjoyed it. Could have spent more time. A few more places to see that I didn't quite get to. Taking a look now at the South Shore. And big rocky islets or two down there. And we'll take a break here and start up in a couple minutes once Maui comes into view.